Hello, Internet. The American Gentleman here, back with another story you won't believe. So in today's story, we're going to learn about the tale of Lil Meech. Little Meech. Come meet my little friend. So first off, who is Lil Meech? Lil Meech is the son of Big Meech. And who is Big Meech? Big Meech was the head of a criminal organization / drug cartel that in September of 2008, him and his brother, who ran the illegal organization, got called up by a little Mexican man named Rico that came to town. And Rico wore their asses out and gave them both 30-year sentences for trafficking cocaine into America and destroying the communities that they're claiming to love and that they're claiming to help. They positioned themselves as a rap label.
The Black Mafia family was a drug trafficking and money laundering organization in the United States. The organization was formed in 1985 in southwest Detroit by brothers Demetrius Big Meech Flannery and Terry Southwest T. Flannery. In just over a decade, the organization had established cocaine distribution sales throughout the United States through their Los Angeles-based drug source and direct links to Mexican drug cartels. The organization ran its operations at two main centers, one in Atlanta for distribution and ran by Demetrius Flannery, and the other in Los Angeles to handle incoming shipments from Mexico, which was run by Terry Flannery. The Black Mafia family didn't concern itself with dealing in drugs only. The organization entered the hip-hop music business as BMF Entertainment in the early 2000s. Although it turned out that this was just a front organization to launder money from cocaine sales and to legitimize itself. However, the organization saw its end when federal authorities closed in on the Flannery brothers, presenting substantial evidence against them. The brothers were sentenced to 30 years imprisonment.
They had really bad rappers. No one wanted to listen to anything they're saying. They would go into clubs, raise hell, act like they own the place, throw a lot of money. But unless you were a stripper or a drug dealer, you probably don't want to see these people. So this man, Big Meech, has lost his entire life, has lost contact with his family and everything over drugs, over criminal activity. So what does his son Lil Meech do? He decides to basically do the same thing and follow in the same footsteps. So Lil Meech, his brother, recently posted him bail. And his bail was of the tune of $1.4 million that he had to pay in cash. He had to pay this before his brother could leave the jail. $1.4 million. They just had this type of money laying on hand. So criminal life has been good to them. But as the story goes, and as you all know, it don't last very long. Because the reason why they wanted to get him out of jail so fast is because he's facing a life sentence for something that he just did. And they think that he's going to be convicted by the time they get done shooting the BMF documentary that they're trying to shoot. And I'm sure the documentary is talking about, how great their dad was, and how he wasn't a criminal, he was a civil rights activist. Even Rick Ross made a song out of his ass, claiming to be Big Meech. I think I'm Big Meech. Larry Hoover. To be honest with you, I don't like none of these people. I don't like none of these people. If you want to celebrate people that's hurting the community and spreading drugs and destroying the youth and hurting the kids, then you be my guest. You do that shit. But to me, shit ain't cool. It's not cool. Maybe if you got no morals and ain't nobody raised you, maybe it's cool then. But shit ain't cool. So Lil Meech, he just stole a $250,000 Richard Mille watch.
Now, he was arrested for 2 counts of first-degree grand theft and another separate count of organized fraud. So this is what the police are saying and insinuating that Lil Meech did. Now, they said a Miami jewelry store said that Lil Meech came into the store and put a down payment on a Richard Mille using his $80,000 platinum Rolex as a down payment. Now, they said Meech failed to pay the remaining balance of that $200,000 and never returned the watch. Now, the police are accusing Lil Meech of trying to trade that same watch, the new Richard Mille, into another jewelry store a few weeks after.
If you don't know what those are, they look like this right here. And they range from anywhere from $100,000 brand new to $2, $3, $4, $5 million brand new. Especially for the ones with a sapphire case, like the blue sapphire Jay-Z has. And there's a few other colors as well. Richard Mille released the RM11, and once people seen that, everybody wanted more. And now there is tons of varieties, but they all are very, very rare. Now, why do I love this story so much? So, this just happens to combine my favorite things. Justice, street life, and watches. I love all three of these things, so I am ready to tell you this story right here. So this man took a $250,000 Richard Mille watch.
Look around, stay low, make sure they don't see. Catch them bad, walk down, face them with that heater.
Which, you know, it's kind of tricky to price because it's like this, okay? A Richard Mille watch that is brand new that costs you $100,000 in the store. Costs you $100,000 in the store. Once you buy it, it becomes worth more, not less, okay? And the reason is because nobody else can get this. If you want to be put on the waiting list to get one, you're going to be on the waiting list for 20 years. The waiting list is 20 years. All right? Nobody's got 20 years to wait. So instead of waiting 20 years, you're going to have to pay a high price. So that same watch that's $100,000 from the dealer, by the time it comes to your hands and you have it as the first owner, that $100,000 watch becomes worth $250,000 to $400,000, depending on the model. So, I mean, you can over double your money just from get one brand new. The problem is, you'll never get one brand new. You never will. There is people on this earth that they will get one, but those people are not watching this YouTube video right now. I can guarantee you that shit. Why this story bothers me so bad is because one man threw his whole life away, destroying his community, destroying other people's lives, and then he has a son, and instead of telling his son, you know what, son, you need to stay away from this. This shit ain't it. This ain't the good life. You don't want to live like this. You want to be free. You live free out there. You do good and do what you're supposed to. But it don't sound like Big Meech told him that. Sounds like Big Meech is not being a very good influence on Little Meech, because it's the same family doing this stuff. Same family. So that same little Mexican named Rico that came around and took his father away, that same Mexican's gonna run up on his ass and they gonna take him too. He's facing 30 years. He's not gonna be in the streets much longer. I want to know, guys, what do you think about this? Are you tired of just seeing people in love with the same degeneracy? Like they just can't get enough. It's like they want to do the most evil that they possibly can while they're still around and alive on this earth. They worship money. Money is their God. And they want to be your God because they have the money. And they can get anything done they want. They can do anything to you that they want. It's the way these people want to think. Is that the community leaders you want? Is that the rich people in the community you want? I don't want community leaders like that. And I think with everything going on, with COVID happening, the crime spree going up, crime waves going up, I think it's time that they're going to start hitting on these criminals hard. They're going to start getting them off the street. And if you think that you can live a life off of hurting other people and doing damage, you got another fucking thing coming to you. Because I'm going to tell you this. If you involved in criminal activity and you a part of a gang, they will not stop until they get your ass off the street. You. Yes, you. If you a part of a gang right now and you doing criminal activity and you listening to me, you need to turn around and stop, because they will get you. If you keep on doing this, they will, and they love nothing more but to do that. And whenever they get you, they're not going to have no fucking mercy on you. Especially if you didn't have no mercy on your victims of your crimes, then they're not going to have no mercy on you. So you need to stop and think real hard. Is this the path that you want for your life? So I don't think it is. But anyways, what do you think? Is Little Meech going to end up just like his father, spending life in prison? Or is it going to be open and shut case and they're going to get right out and cause more havoc in the community? Or if he gets out, is he going to change his ways and become the most godly Christian you've ever seen? I highly doubt any circumstance but the first one, but we'll see exactly what happens. Alright guys, I love you and have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.
What's good, Meech? Well, I told you I was gonna get it done, baby. Listen, it's a blessing and an honor for me to have an opportunity, man, to pay tribute to Big Meech, man. I'm talking about a soldier who's universally respected, man, in the streets and behind these walls, bro. So check it. Without further ado, this the masterpiece. Living Legends, man. We chose the tag Living Legends as a testimony, man, to the miraculous things been achieved not only by the Father but by the Son. Check it. The reason this is in black and white is because it's a representation of the past. You feel me? If you look in the eyes, the difference is these eyes represent the pain that's been absorbed as a result of the separation. You feel me? There's more joy on your face and there's more joy on his face in this picture that represents the past. It's a more serious manifestation in the facial structure, which is a representation of